Hello and namaste everyone. In this video, we will discuss some important MCQs from the exam point of view, especially from the commerce background. There are many exams which are going to be held in the coming year. For example, HTET, UGC NET, RPSC first grade exam. So many exams are going to held. But believe me, maybe you are preparing the concepts thoroughly, you are revising it thoroughly. Still, I believe that MCQs will play a very important role because MCQs से ही आपको आइडिया लगता है कि हमें कितना आता है. फॉर एग्ज़ाम्पल, जब हम स्कूल के अंदर पढ़ते हैं या हम पढ़ाते हैं, सो पढ़ा दिया आपने, बच्चों ने पढ़ लिया, बट जब टेस्ट होता है, क्वेश्चंस किए जाते हैं, देन रियलाइज़ होता है कि हमें कितना आता है. सेम हियर, ये एग्ज़ाम्स भी इसी तरीके से हैं. चाहे आप UGC नेट का दे रहे हो, आप चाहे HTET कॉमर्स दे रहे हो, आप चाहे HPSC असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर एग्ज़ाम दे रहे हो, आप RPSC असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर एग्ज़ाम दे रहे हो, आप RPSC का फर्स्ट ग्रेड एग्ज़ाम दे रहे हो, कोई भी आप एग्ज़ाम दे रहे हैं, आप जब तक MCQs नहीं करेंगे, बिकॉज MCQ से ही आपको पता चलेगा कि आपको कितना आता है, आप कहाँ गलतियाँ कर रहे हैं. So here is the solution. We are starting the MCQ series. Hope it will help you. What you have to do, just follow it regularly and revise and revise. With this you can also solve the PYQs and don't forget to hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe. So let's start. The first topic we are starting with the financial accounting. And the topic is principles of bookkeeping, the very basic, because basic is the key to success. So first question is that which of the following best describes the principle of double entry bookkeeping. So question is quite simple कि कौन सा इनमें से बेस्ट है जो कि डबल एंट्री बुक कीपिंग के प्रिंसिपल को डिस्क्राइब करता है, एज देयर आर डिफरेंट प्रिंसिपल्स ऑफ अकाउंटिंग. सो फर्स्ट इज दैट एवरी ट्रांजेक्शन हैव ओनली वन अकाउंट. जिसने भी अकाउंट पढ़ा है तो ओनली वन अकाउंट तो होता ही नहीं है, देयर इज ऑलवेज डेबिट एंड क्रेडिट. Now every transaction is recorded once in the ledger. तो कि ये तो थोड़े एक्सट्रीम वर्ड्स होते हैं, only once, only, so some, always, never, तो ये तो आपको ध्यान रखनी चाहिए. Every transaction has both a debit and credit entry. So if your commerce background, this is very basic question कि कोई भी transaction होता है तो उसका debit और credit entry दोनों होते हैं. So this seems right. Then every transactions increase the revenue account only. So again only is the extreme word. So this is the method of removing the odd one out also. Said that here is only, once, only. So obviously these are correct. But yes, the correct answer is C, that every transaction has both a debit and credit entry. Let's move to next question. So what is the just a minute. Yes, so what is the primary purpose of bookkeeping, that why we prepare or why we do bookkeeping. bookkeeping accountancy से पहले होता है. आपने 11th का अकाउंट्स पढ़ा हो तो सबसे फर्स्ट चैप्टर के अंदर हम डिफरेंस ही पढ़ते हैं बुककीपिंग एंड अकाउंटिंग के बीच में. सो क्या प्राइमरी पर्पस है बुककीपिंग का, क्यों बुककीपिंग करी जाती है. इट इज़ ऑब्वियसली ऑफ क्लरिकल नेचर. फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स बनाने के लिए ऑब्वियसली आप फर्स्ट टाइम पे तो फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स नहीं बनाएंगे, दिस इज़ द लास्ट स्टेप. सभी का ट्रैक रखने के लिए, टू कीप ट्रैक ऑफ ऑल फाइनेंशियल ट्रांजेक्शंस ऑफ अ बिजनेस, मीन्स यू आर बेसिकली हैविंग अ रिकॉर्ड ऑफ ऑल द ट्रांजेक्शंस. सो येस, इट इज़ राइट. टू मेंटेन द एम्प्लॉय परफॉर्मेंस. सो बुक कीपिंग हैज़ नथिंग टू डू टू मॉनिटर द एम्प्लॉय परफॉर्मेंस, एंड इनकम टैक्स विल बी कैलकुलेटेड ऑब्वियसली लेटर. सो द करेक्ट आंसर इज बी, दैट टू कीप द ट्रैक ऑफ ऑल फाइनेंशियल ट्रांजेक्शन फॉर अ बिजनेस you prepare bookkeeping or you do bookkeeping. Next question is that in the context of bookkeeping, what does the term asset. So asset means anything which is going to return you something in future, which is obviously going to help you in future. So amount owned by the business to creditors. So amount owed by the business to creditors. So this is not the एसेट, बिकॉज इसका मतलब है कि आपको क्रेडिटर्स को कुछ पे करना है, तो वो आपके एसेट कैसे हो सकते हैं. business के पास कुछ resources and that have value, so obviously for example, what assets do you have? So all the resources owned by you that have value in your home, those are your assets. Similarly, in a business there are many resources which have value, which is going to return them, so that is called asset. The profit made by the business over time is not an asset. Liabilities are obviously not assets, because as we prepare balance sheet, liabilities we write here and assets we write here. So assets means those resources which are having some values. So let's move to next question. And next question is, which of the following accounts would be classified as a liability? So which account is classified as liability? Cash is asset. Accounts receivable, which includes debtors and bill receivable. So obviously these are also assets. Accounts payable, which includes bills payable and creditors. So it is the answer. Liability is this. Inventory is also asset. So these all are assets. A, B and D are assets. Accounts payable is an liability. So let's move to next question. In bookkeeping, expenses should be recorded. So when expenses should be recorded, whether they are paid for regardless of when they when they incurred. So when they are paid for मतलब कभी भी incur हुए हों, लेकिन जब हमें उन्हें पे करते हैं तो हमें बस तभी expenses को रिकॉर्ड करना चाहिए, या सिर्फ फिजिकल ईयर के एंड में रिकॉर्ड करना चाहिए, या जब वो इनकर्ड हो चुके हैं, हमने पे किए हों या ना किए हों, हमें रिकॉर्ड कर लेने चाहिए, या कुछ अमाउंट होनी चाहिए, एक सर्टेन अमाउंट है तभी हमें उन्हें रिकॉर्ड करना चाहिए. सो ऑब्वियसली हमारा कॉन्सेप्ट यही कहता है कि अगर आपके खर्चे हो चुके हैं, आपने पे किए हैं नहीं किए हैं, स्टिल यू विल राइट देम. सो व्हेन दे आर इनकर्ड, एक्सपेंसेस आपके हो चुके हैं तो आपको उन्हें रिकॉर्ड कर लेना चाहिए. आपको ये देखने की ज़रूरत नहीं है कि आपने पे किए हैं या नहीं. ऑब्वियसली दोज विल बी आउटस्टैंडिंग बट यू हैव टू पे. सो द करेक्ट आंसर इज सी. Which type of account is owner's equity account? So owner's equity account is obviously, it is the capital account, that is the equity account. Asset is not owner's equity account. There are different types of account: asset account, liability account, revenue account, and similarly there is also equity, and equity refers to owner's equity, basically the capital account. Now, if a business purchase office supplies on credit, what will be the effect on the accounting equation? So, when we prepare accounting equation in class 11th, you must have heard and you must have practiced it. So, when you prepare the accounting equation, so here we write the liability, here we write the assets. Here we write assets, for example, cash, furniture, goods stock, and here we write the liabilities and capital. So here we write the liabilities and capital. So they are saying that if a business purchase office supplies on credit, means you have purchased something on credit, then what would be the effect on the accounting equation? So obviously if you have purchased something office supplies, so your asset is going to increase. So office supplies, let consider it be any fixtures, furniture or anything else. So asset is going to increase. At the same time, because you have purchased it on credit, so your liability, your creditors are also going to increase. So both assets and liabilities are going to increase. So let's see the options. So first option is that assets decrease. No, you are purchasing, so how assets can decrease? So this is wrong. Assets increase, right? Assets increase, but liability increase. Yes, liabilities also increase because you have purchased it on credit. Now assets increase, yes. Equity decreases. Equity तब decrease होती है अगर हम उनको तभी के तभी पेमेंट कर देते. पेमेंट तो हमने किया नहीं है ना, क्रेडिट पे खरीदा है. So liability is going to increase. Asset and liability, how they can remain be same? They are going to increase. So option is B. Assets increase as well as liabilities increases. Now, what is the purpose of a trial balance in bookkeeping? So, trial balance के अंदर basically what we do, we prepare the debit balances and credit balances after preparing a journal. then posting it into ledger, then we find out the balances, and then we put it into the debit balances and credit balances, and then we see that whether this is equal or not. And if this is not equal, then we put the difference in the suspense account, right? This is the trial balance. So what is the purpose of trial balance? Trial balance is that debit should be equals to credit. So to record every transaction twice, why? What is the purpose of recording every transaction twice? Yes, to ensure that total debits equals total credits. To prepare financial statements are prepared on a later stage, after trial balance, after finding the BRS, after creating depreciation, then the financial statements are prepared. To calculate net income, obviously net income is also calculated at the later stage. So trial balance main aim is to adjust or to finally ensure that whether our debit balances are equal to credit balances or not. I hope you are getting the depth of the concept. If there is any doubt, please feel free to write in the comment section. I would be more happy to help you, and please share the videos also. Let's move to next question. In which account would you record the income generated from selling products or services? So if whatever, whether you are selling the product, goods, or whether you are selling the services, whatever you are earning, obviously it is not your expenses, it is not your liability. And if you are selling something, obviously it is also not your asset. If you are going to record the income, where will you record it? Obviously in the revenue account. Next and last question of the video, and yes, at this last question, and if you have come to this stage, so if you want to prepare more MCQs like this, we are having a paid course, and which is available at just rupees 3000. You can purchase this MCQs course if you are interested, and please go ahead, and you can write down in the comment section. You can also follow my WhatsApp channel and Radha Tyagi classes for regular updates, and also follow my Instagram channel. So let's discuss the last question, that what is the correct information about the matching principle. So what is the matching principle? Matching principle says that when you prepare the P&L account, see that whether your revenue or whether your expenses are more. That is the matching principle. And it should be recorded. How will you find it? You will find it when you will record it in a particular year. For example, when you find the P&L account, you record it for a particular year, for a particular period. That yes, in this year, we are having this much revenues and we are having this much expenses, and this is the difference. So that is the matching principle. So matching principle says that expenses should be recorded in the same period as the revenue they help generate. Means it doesn't depend that whether the expenses are outstanding or nothing. We have to write down. All transactions must be recorded in the general ledger. So this is not the correct answer. Revenues are recorded when cash is received. This is obviously, these are the concepts, but this is not the matching principle. Expenses are recorded only when paid in cash. This is totally wrong. So matching principle says that whenever expenses have been done, record it in the same period as the revenues they help generate. Because if you are doing some expenses, obviously you are doing to generate some revenues. So thank you so much. I hope you will like the videos. I'm trying my best to lift the channel again, and wish the same from your side. Please do share the videos, do like the videos, and share to the needy people also who are preparing for the commerce. And we have the course for UGC NET commerce, for the HTET commerce, for UPSC commerce, accountancy optional, for HPSC assistant professor, and for RPSC assistant professor also. So thank you so much. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.